guys, Troy Brown here, and today we're showing you the goblet squat, my favourite exercise of all time for the lower extremities. The reason why I love the goblet squat, it feels safe and it's something that you and I can do, and it's really simple to do if you've got back issues with the back, with the bar on your back and you're squatting down. You could put a lot of stress on the lumbar spine. I want to give a shout out to Dan John, because Dan John was the guy that invented this exercise. So Dan John, what he did it out of frustration, because the people that he was working with, every time they would squat and they would go down, they would get this medial rotation of their femur, and they'll get this medial rotation. So he got really frustrated, and what he got them to do is he got them to get a weight, a kettlebell, and just pretend this is a kettlebell, and he would get them to put their elbows on the inside of their knees to drive them out laterally. So when they go up, they would go up in a smooth fashion with their legs laterally going down, and the same thing would apply here. So that would be the first sign of a good goblet squat. Number one is to have the chin on top of the dumbbell, and number two, have your elbows on the inside of your thighs or the inside of your VMO, your vestus medialis. So when you go up, the knees are going to be outwards, okay? Now, a lot of people, when they squat, you may have dorsiflexion problems, meaning you've got issues with the ankle. So if you've got dorsiflexion problems, meaning you can't do this when you squat, and if you squat and you lean forward, that may mean that all you need to do is have an elevation of the heel. So what you would do is, when you do your goblet squat, come up onto your heels, and now you'll find that you'll be able to be a lot more upright, and you will have less of an excessive leaning forward position. So let me show you from a side-on angle what this goblet squat would look like. So I want to be able to drive my knees out laterally, so that way my elbows can sit comfortably on the inside of my knees. I'm nice and deep here, and I'm going to drive up, bracing my core. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. So that's the side on back angle. So a couple of things to look out for when you're doing a goblet squat. The worst thing that you can do, I've kind of already said it, is as you squat down, your heels elevate. Number two is you get this inward rotation of the femur. That's not optimal. We're looking for more lateral of the knees coming out laterally. In fairness, when you squat down, you're thinking about driving your knees towards your pinky toes. Also, when you're squatting down, try not to look up. Try and keep your eyes focused on looking at the horizon in front of you. And in fact, keep your eyes looking at the horizon the whole time, okay? Very safe. You'll feel as though the movement becomes very one with you. I think that is because the dumbbell is really close to your body. But biggest thing of all is to keep your trunk stabilized. You've got heel elevation. All you would need to do is find a wedge, something like this, or put a couple of plates underneath your feet, 10-pound plates or 5-pound plates, and then find that sweet spot, grab your load, and off you go. If I want to create more tension on my quads, what I will do is, as I come up, I'll leave a slight bend. And that is the number one exercise for me anyway, the goblet squat.